Guys, it's so sunny in London. I was just doing a walk and I thought, you know what? Why not just give you guys a video from here? Look at the London Eye behind me. You got Big Ben behind me as well. You got one of, London's beautiful bridges. You got me, period. But I thought, you know what? You got the red buses. But I thought, you know what? Let me just do a video because I am currently walking across this pier before I go to the gym. And I thought, you know what? Let's talk about P. Diddy and what's going on with Mike Tyson. Now, for those of you who remember, a couple of weeks ago, it was revealed that Mike Tyson was the person who personally was handing letters to Trump to basically advocate for a pardon for Diddy. Now, this was never going to work because how Mike Tyson knows Trump to personally hand him a letter, he probably lied, never handed him anything, and people now believe that to be true, number one. Number two, Tyson now, in reports coming out today, is being completely ridiculed. And I just find this story to be hilarious. Also, there's more about Diddy using agencies specifically for men because that's what he favorably wanted. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm in my beautiful city. It's a sunny day in London. And I thought, you know what? Let's get into this video and discuss basically what is going on today. So Mike Tyson, guys, is being ridiculed massively online. Recently, articles are writing because he was handing a pardoning letter to Trump. This is why this failed for Diddy, because the candidate that he chose to help him get out of jail, is a candidate himself who's been ridiculed and accused of essaying other individuals. How can you ask Mike Tyson to help you? You need to ask other people with higher leverage to get you out. This is what these reports are saying. They are laughing at Diddy's network because these are the only people that Diddy basically has left. And the fact that he was able to use them and it led to nothing is honestly quite hilarious. And why would you use somebody like Mike Tyson who, has these charges against him back in the day, was accused of being, an R-word? I had no idea, but, apparently he was. And so this is why all of this failed, because apparently Trump's admin team was not impressed by the people who delivered these handwritten letters and thought that, he could have done better. And because he failed to do better and because he failed to bring anybody with actual substance, this is why the pardoning was completely denied by the president. This is why this failed for Diddy. And poor guy has nobody behind him. Guys, to actually help him in this instance. And, I just don't really give a damn, to be honest with you. So I thought, you know what, let me just celebrate with this beautiful London view of my city in the sunny, angles and give it to you guys as we talk about it. That is actually a police boat. I don't know if you guys have that in New York or anywhere else, but we have boats of where police actually also, patrol. This is the River Thames and etc. So this is why the pardoning failed. This is why Trump wasn't impressed, because he thought, you know what, you're giving me a handwritten letter from somebody who I don't even give a damn about. You're giving me a handwritten letter for somebody who's basically being, accused of worse things just like you were, and you think that I'm going to let you get free? That's what the reports are saying, and I thought I'd open the video with that. But now there's more information, guys, about Diddy and these agencies. It's basically been written that Diddy specifically would go to agencies where there were men because he genuinely loved to hire these specific men. He only wanted men, and he wanted to hire them continuously because he wanted to do things with them, and that he would, prey on men, whether they're gay or straight. He didn't care. He just wanted them for himself. This is what's being written now. And, a blind bat could have told you that at this point, especially with the lawsuit that we reviewed yesterday. Diddy has a sinister liking to controlling men with some kind of demonic sexual energy because A, the man is gay and in the closet, and gay men in the closet are normally more aggressive in bed because they're dealing with, so much fantasies and all of the energy that they've had to repel in their life. They're able to be free in this moment. And so they end up being quite violent. Number one. Number two, of course, Diddy with the stature and how much he's achieved. If people knew that he was gay, it's a nightmare for this man. This is why he kept so many women around him, because all of these women were beards. And so the fact that it's being described and written again that he would specifically prey on men, prey on gay men, prey on straight men, and he would, throw himself on these men. he would want to, ingest their liquids and, keep it for himself. He'd probably prey on it. He would rub it on his face. Probably he rubbed it on his body or told Cassie to do so. He did all of this because he was obsessed with wanting to do things with men, the desire. And I think that Diddy isn't the only one. I do think that there are plenty of other men who actually are gay. Their orientation is gay, but they obviously can't say anything about it because once you do, it affects your sales. It affects you in the music business. It affects everything. And so, Diddy being gay to me is such an interesting conversation. I'm genuinely not speaking about it because I'm making fun of him. We already do that anyways. I just find it the mentality of somebody like Diddy who was in the closet for so long and for why he would, just like to do this. Like what is the reason for why you used to go to gay agencies and then use them? And then, because it dates back to Lil Rodney's lawsuit and how also my beard is ginger. I don't know if you guys have realized that. You guys can see that now. I've got a ginger beard. But it dates back to Lil Rodney's lawsuit because, Cowboys for Angels as an escort agency was used in his lawsuit, which he details. And then he states that Diddy would give him stuff and want to do things with him. It's continuously with other men. And, it's such a long pattern here. And I just think that nobody's discussing Diddy's sexuality, Diddy being gay, Diddy and these men. And I don't understand why. I feel like I'm the only one reviewing these lawsuits that come out from other men. I don't see it on the blogs. I don't see anybody picking up his, addiction to these gay escort agencies or, just male escort agencies and how he wants to prey on men, use the men, and how he had an addiction to these men is basically because he's gay. That's just how I see it. In my opinion, I feel like the man is 100% gay. And when there's more articles now being written today on how he would lure these men, he's addicted to men and how he loves them, I just find it to be so interesting. I really find it to be so interesting. It's a conversation of being in the closet and, not being comfortable in your skin and basically who you are. And also it's a conversation of the fact that, sexual energy being used to intimidate and abuse people and completely degrade them. It's a combination of both. And this is what this man has done. Whenever you see him on the red carpet with Cassie, with Kim Porter, these are not his genuine partners. This is why the man is not genuinely happy. He wants to be on that red carpet with a man standing next to him and living his best life. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Nobody gives a damn about if you're being gay, for goodness sake. We've all got big problems to deal with in this damn 2026. Nobody gives a damn. But the issue is the fact that you would hide your sexuality, mask it, use women as beards, and then you secretly have an addiction to these male escort agencies, gay escort agencies, and for the fact that Cowboys for Angels isn't actually the only agency he would go to. It would be others. Last year and in 2024, the bigger conversation about Diddy was baby oil and what was in the baby oil, what he was using to kind of basically drug these men and women. And now the majority of the conversation that I'm trying to shift onto is forget the baby oil. We've been spoken about that. It's more so about Diddy being gay, his sexuality, and how loads of men, either in not just the hip hop world, but just in the in the music world, basically hide their sexualities and become very aggressive in the bedroom and go on their laptops, look at these escorts, hire them for whatever they want to do, and make sure that they must be quiet about it. But no, some of these men basically are speaking. We know when the first Freak Off people were revealed via TMC, it was all men. The man ain't hiring women. He's not hiring women. This conversation to me is so interesting, guys. And so I wanted to really speak about this mainly now that it's being written about more. But I just wish that the blogs would pick this up. More other content creators would pick this up. Let's talk about his sexuality because there's enough male documented lawsuits out there accusing him of some horrific stuff. Why is this conversation not... I don't understand. Because with the lawsuits of TD Jakes, Will Smith, and Tyler Perry all coming out, the madness with Epstein and the fact that he's had sugar daddies for lovers, then you look at Clive Davis, you look at all of these people, I think it's just very interesting. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, guys, when it comes to this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this view of London. Hopefully you guys can see me clearly as well and hear me clearly. My apologies if you can't, but I just wanted to have this conversation whilst I'm just running around in sunny London. Subscribe and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.